All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Perspective. We just want to welcome you back after we've taken a hiatus for the Thanksgiving holiday. So everybody's, hopefully everyone had a wonderful holiday. And if you didn't, let's get over that and let's try to make it better. So we want to just welcome everyone. And we want to go ahead and let you all know that this is a safe place. The premise of our platform is right there in the name. It's perspective. So we openly share different perspectives, different points of views, of course, a lot of opinions and lived experiences. And we feel like that when we do that openly and honestly, that we all learn and we can be better, which brings us closer together as a community. So maybe it may get hot and heated every now and again, but diamonds are formed under heat and pressure, so we'll just become better afterwards. So my name is Eric Butler. So if we have new viewers, and since we had a break, kind of reintroduce myself. I consider myself a Renaissance man because that's what I've been told. I can be very calm and quiet at times. Then others, I'll have everybody want to throw rocks at me. But I'm happy to be here. Glad to be back with my crew, and I'll let them introduce themselves. We'll start with who I call Doc, Latoya Carter, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi. Oh my gosh, y'all, I missed y'all. Yay. So hello everyone who's watching. Welcome back. We are super excited that you're here. My name is Latoya. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I'm an author. I wrote an amazing book called The Wife's Guide to Beating the Side Chick. Please feel free to get that on Amazon. I'm also a wife and a mom, and I have a puppy. So yay, that's me.
All right. I am Keisha, or you just call me Keelolo.
Keelolo.
I'm not a wife. I am a mother. I don't have any puppies. But I like to have a good time, all of that. So let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Turn off.
All right.
What's the turn off?
Bad breath. I mean, oh God, like I know. Can we just jump in? I'm sorry. I know no one asked to say my name, but we're just gonna say it. So
right. So what we'll do is that we have a few, of course, comments that's going to be coming, but we're going to kind of initiate it and start off with some questions. So when it comes to turnoffs, and this is, of course, we know it'll be different views based on, I would say, gender. To keep it kindly. So we'll just go right into the first, I guess, question. And what are turnoffs?
Things that make you go, and like your face got the frown up like that, like, I don't like it.
Got
That's a turn off. Or, it might make your stomach hurt a little bit because you didn't like it.
I 100% agree. Because definitely the whole stomach turning portion of it all. So I mean, a little bit of everything is turn off to me. So I'm probably not the right person.
She said a little bit of everything. Wait, I know defining turn off, like not what you're like. What's a personal turn off for you? My bad.
I call all of the turn off. So like I said, I'm probably not the right one to answer this question because Eric, let's go to you. Let's see.
Okay. Well, I think turn offs or anything that would and I think the key element of a turnoff is first you have to be turned on by somebody, or you may have a liking or affinity or be attracted to someone, and then some aspect that's revealed afterwards that you didn't know at first, then you become turned off. So turnoffs are any element, be it physical, verbal. I think that changes your perspective and your view. Yeah, pun intended there, on how you were looking at someone previously.
Okay.
So they was fine until they opened their mouth. They was sexy, but then the lights was low, and then then they smiled, and that tooth just did something. Or he came by to visit, and then y'all just chilling. He take his shoes off. And man, bro, you got to put some Dr. Scholl's in there. And that could change the whole perspective.
You are making it worse and
He
worse.
is.
And
Okay,
worse.
read the comments, Eric.
Like, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to hey, Mr. Gilliard. Mr. Gilliard, congratulations and happy. You know what just happened yesterday. So I ain't putting your business out there in the street because it ain't their business. But a turnoff is anything that will deter me from looking at you in a nice way. He's so friendly. And Dr. Selena Finchroy
Smith.
says trying to compete with me as opposed to complimenting me is a turnoff.
That's a good one, Dr.
That
Selena.
was a good one.
That's very good. Don't nobody want nobody you got to be in competition with.
Because it's not a competition.
Right.
Like if I shine, you shine. We shine together. Like,
okay.
Yeah, they definitely have to see that and think that for that to happen. You know what I mean?
But I think that comes with a level of maturity. Because if I'm in competition with you, that's kind of immature. We're two different people in two different lanes. Like, what are we even doing?
So turnoffs, because that can be a plethora of things. So turnoffs are, or can they be dictated by? You said it depends on a person's maturity level in that, but your maturity level, can it determine what your turnoffs are? Or what would you say an immature turnoff? Something that turns somebody off that's immature. Can it be that?
I actually don't think that it is. I think that you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like. And it could be based on your maturity level, but not really. Because just because I don't like it doesn't make me immature, right?
Right.
Just because I don't want this doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. So I think your turnoffs are your turnoffs.
I agree with that.
I think some of these that are super. I'm sorry, go right ahead.
No, I was just saying that I agree with that. I mean, like how we know from the beginning that he bite the skin off his lips. You know what I'm saying? Then you sit up there, you got blood coming from you gonna pucker up and try to kiss me with them crusty things. No,
that's why he was biting the skin. So they
he was trying to get the crust off.
Girl, but he doing this, and then the skin peeling and like get some chapstick already or something.
You're supposed to keep your man hydrated.
That devil is a lie. He better be hydrated.
He ain't offering no water.
I'll give him some water. I'll give him some water at some point.
You got to keep his electrolytes up. You just come on now. Got to come on with it. All right. So I don't know. I think there are some turnoffs. People are turned off by very superficial things. So it might have a finger of immaturity.
No, just because it's superficial is subjective. Just because it's superficial to you doesn't mean it's superficial to me.
Okay.
And the fact that I know that we'll just say looks, right? The fact that I know that looks may be superficial, they may be a wonderful person. The fact that I know that that's a turnoff is a level of maturity. The fact that I'm not going to string you along because I'm not attracted to you is a level of maturity.
I like it when I move like that. I like it.
But they say the ugly boys are the best.
Ugly boys be cheating too.
No. We not talking about cheating this week. They
do try a little harder though, don't
they? They try a little harder. They good in other areas.
Wait a minute. Yeah, let's go. So here's a key. So we talked about what they are. Can turnoffs be changed? Which I would
I would say yes, but let's hit this comment before we go into that.
Okay.
Ben said talking too much is a turnoff. I don't know. I like a good conversation.
Me too.
It
depends. You got to know what you're talking about, though. Like you can't just be, just saying off the wall crap and think that or a know-it-all, if you will. Who likes a know-it-all?
I don't like fake deep either. You just like saying a lot of words like you fake deep. I don't like that.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, based on the superficialness of the conjunction, the way that it catapulted over to the conspicuous, and when that connected, then you got the real deep.
You know what? I'm glad you were just playing because at first I'm looking at you like, what the hell are you talking about? But we here now. We used that as an example. Okay, all right. You had me scared for a minute there, bro.
So can they can they be changed?
I think so. I think as you get older, things that used to annoy you don't, and vice versa. I think when you're younger, you have a little bit more tolerance. I think
A little bit more immature, huh?
you just have a little bit more
No.
tolerance. You're just more willing to like, oh, they don't chew with their mouth closed. It's cool. When you get older, you like, what is all the mouth noises? I can't handle that. You know what I mean?
Mm,
If you
yeah.
come to find out, mouth noises ain't that bad if it's a quality human being sitting over there. Mr. CJ Boy said, "What's up, y'all? Hey, what's going on, CJ?
Hey,
Hey.
CJ.
Appreciate you being here. Absolutely." And so you say they're subjective. I don't know. I'm having a hard time swallowing that pill.
Okay, let's talk about it. Give me
Yeah.
your perspective.
Well, I mean, you said that they're subjective and they're not immature because they're subjective. But an immature person would, I think they're going to maybe put value, because that's putting a value on something, right? And so if you put a value, if that can be changed, as you were mentioning, say as you get older,
Mm-hmm.
you put stock in things that mattered before
Mm-hmm.
don't matter as much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your perspective can change, I would say that comes with living, that comes with maturity.
Mm-hmm.
So then we would kind of have to say that those early opinions and perspectives were a bit immature on how you were rating on something so serious as like the value of a person, right?
No, I'm gonna still disagree because what I value and what I think is true at 21 is not going to be what I value and what I think at 31, hopefully. But that doesn't mean that the 21-year-old was wrong. That just means that I was rating something or attaching value to something from the place that I was at.
Mm.
You can only go as far as you can go with your own experiences, your own knowledge, your own like stuff. And so I don't think that 21-year-old is wrong. I just think that that's where they were at the time.
Gotcha. Okay. So this will help do that. Well, this will help us dig deeper into that. I guess our gap right there. So what's the difference between a turnoff and a deal breaker, or is there a difference?
I think so.
I don't. I think so to a degree, I guess. Because okay, what deal breakers are what?
Deal breakers is like
giving me a Dutch oven. You know what I mean? Like stuff that pisses me off. You know what I mean? That's what I think a deal breaker would be. And that's like a learned thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then from the moment you see old boy walking towards you, that you just completely turned on. And then if you accept those things, I call that settling. If you know that you don't like it, like Toy said, why string them along? I mean, why even start talking to them?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I think there is a bit of a difference.
I'm trying to think through that. It's kind of hard because if it's a turnoff, it's going to make you less attractive to the person. You're not going to view them the same that you did. So let's say if they really like you and they want to be serious and move forward with you, you're not going to be inclined to do that. So in action and in nature, that would be a turnoff, right? I mean, it'd be a deal breaker for you. Because if you want to be with somebody who turns you off, I don't know.
So okay, so let's go back to turnoffs then, because to me a turnoff would be like you had on white socks and you should have had on black. To me, like, why was your fashion sense off? Why did you do that?
I'm sorry.
I can buy you a pack of black socks and I love you as a person and like you as a person and like we keep going. You see what I'm saying? But now if we talking like I saw you punch your mama in the face, probably I can't move forward. So I think that turnoffs happen on a spectrum. Like if it's as simple as you need a pack of gum, you need some black socks, or maybe don't wear this shirt because it doesn't hang on your body correctly, I can get you another shirt. I feel like those things can be worked through. But then I think that there are other things that are less about what I can see, like less about the physical and more about who you are as a person, that may be a turn off. And I think those things may be more of a deal breaker.
So we can move. So turnoffs you can move past,
I think so.
or would it?
Depending on where they fall on the spectrum. Like, is it an easy fix, or is this something that like this is who you are and you're never going to change?
So based on that spectrum is what takes it into the
for me
into the deal breaker, or just what we would say a regular turnoff. I guess. Oh, okay.
But what's a regular turnoff? I mean, like, what if he like kissing you and stuff in the mouth and you ain't with all that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that might be a deal breaker for you, Key.
Like all that. This is just a question.
Okay. Might be a deal breaker for somebody.
Yeah, it's just a question. Like, you know, all that extra stuff. You know, every time you sitting on the couch or something, you trying to watch Dallas or Dynasty or something, Falcon Crest, and then here he come, puckered up. You know, he gives some sugar, baby gives some sugar. Man, get away from me. You know, like.
I just don't think you like that person.
Right.
Ugh.
So
kissing me.
So I'm gonna meet Mr. Jay Gilliard said, if a person changes what turns you off, is it still a turn off?
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think so. I like you got on white socks, now you wear black socks. We cool.
Okay. And Kimberly.
I'm sorry, Eric. I'm
not ready.
Say you won't do that again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go buy you a pair of black socks. Then next time you leave them joints at home or balled up somewhere, you don't even wash them. You know something? And like, no, I don't. It's still a turn off. Sorry.
Okay. These socks carry some weight around here.
And do, but come on.
Yes, they do.
So Kimberly Mama Pete says, saying you will never change, that's a turn off to me.
Absolutely. This is just me.
Yeah, like those people who are like their flaws have become a part of their identity. Like, that's just the way I am. Like, you have to be willing to, and I'm not saying you have to be like you have to change it. I'm just saying be willing to accept that you could be wrong. Be willing to accept that how you are is not okay in different circumstances.
Exactly.
Hey,
I am who I am, like, but that doesn't mean that's a good thing.
Exactly.
So if you can't slow down and, you know, and I get it, nobody wants to feel attacked, but man, is it bearing this habit of yours or this characteristic? Is it bearing good fruit? If it's a no, I think let's try to find some different ground and some new seeds. You know what I'm saying?
But I guess that's a part of the whole maturity thing that y'all were talking about earlier. Like, understand that it's not always you're being attacked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I do something that you don't like, I would expect you to tell me.
Right.
You know, and if you say that you love me or I love you, then I should be able to receive what you're saying instead of thinking that that you're attacking me all the time.
Well, that may be a sign of a whole nother problem. You think, Doc?
Absolutely.
The therapist is spoken.
The lack of insight, a lack of maturity, a lack of listening skills,
Mr. J.
lack of everything.
We'll hit a comment. Mr. J. Gilliard said, "What about sexual turnoffs? Is it one and done, or is it like let's fix and try again?"
Ain't nobody got time to be trying to give you second chances. I mean, what if you like? Okay, let's say this. Okay, that depends on rounds, Mr. Gilliard. So, like on the first, like you do like maybe 3 rounds in one night. Okay, so then that first round, you pop off quick. Okay, it could just be you excited, right? Then that second time, it turns into you popping off again. That means you just 2-pump chump. So I'm gonna try this one more time before I put you out holding your clothes. And if it happened again, then yeah, I mean, it depends on the rounds. And if I feel like, if I can walk after sex, you don't deserve a sandwich.
Oh, good.
Okay, hold on, because we gotta deal with that. But let's get these comments. Let's catch them up.
Right,
and we're gonna get in that.
Mr. Randy C. Mays, that's my guy. He says, at JG, if it's a hygiene thing, one and done. Yeah.
And them uncircumcised dudes be stinking too, I'm sure.
They do. And then why they be acting all shocked when you
Right,
shocked because they
we just-
uncircumcised?
Yeah,
They got talking about they got to pull the foreskin back. You need to do that all the time when you washing your ass too. So my thing is, don't be trying to put that on the women, Miss Brother Mays. Some of these men is nasty too. You need to go talk to these people while they're you're uncircumcised. Moving on. What's next?
Philistine. No. Okay, Kimberly Mama Pete says, right, I'm willing to correct it, but when you won't, I'm out. We good. CJ Boy says, 3 rounds. Girl. He say, LMAO. He say, oh, bro, Keisha, LaShawn, whatever you're calling yourself, you out of there tonight. And then Ben says, oh, he's laughing out loud at Keisha.
Man, I'm just saying.
She did throw out 3 rounds like this.
So okay, back to what you call them, 2-pump chump.
2-pump chump, baby. 2-pump chump. That means you just slide it in and you just hit once and then boom.
And then it's over.
Then your head pop off. Pop gold the weasel.
So that's a turn off.
That's a turn off, key.
And a whole deal breaker.
She said get 2 for 1 on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 for 1. So I think it definitely, some turnoffs can be deal breakers, or is it that all deal breakers are turnoffs, but a deal breaker is a deal breaker, but some turnoffs can be deal breakers or fall in that category. So I definitely can walk. I hadn't thought about it from that concept, but we talked about addressing some turnoffs. And Keisha brought this up about like within the relationship, and Doc kind of referred to it. So is it a bad thing how bad of a thing is it to be turned off by your mate? And I guess, they're your mate now. So obviously they didn't have a thing that was a turn off. So maybe the question is, what if your mate develops something that becomes a turn off?
You got to say something.
Mm-hmm. And he or she needs to be willing to accept what you're saying. And if they're not.
Wait, what was that? What was that?
Peace.
No, but you're okay. Let's dig into it because now, they gained a little weight. Let's say they sweat now.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Sweat when y'all are having relations. So that's something that's a turnoff for you.
Sweat means he putting in work.
So I'm hoping that he putting in so much work that the sweat don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm listen. These are hypotheticals, okay? So don't I'm just saying. So for you all personally, that may not be the case, but Rod, let's go along.
I'm sorry, but wait a minute. But if I'm in mid-moan and they get in my mouth, that's definitely a turn off. Like that's totally.
That might be a deal breaker.
Honey, listen, you got to get your ass up and you got to go because I don't care who you. Don't mess up my moan. Don't mess up me mid-moan. So, as you were saying, Eric, sorry.
I have no idea what I was saying. Nothing. I have nothing now. No. So I think I think you got to answer the questions. You like, okay, that's. But I'm trying to work through these things.
No, I'm gonna taste that side.
We always talking about working through stuff, but
Comment.
What happened?
Can you read the comment?
This is BS3 Uncut After Dark.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna taste that salty shit. Like you got your mouth open, you pumping it where you over here taking it in, right? You holding it by his ass cheeks, and you over there just getting it in, and then boom, it come falling down your throat. You be done choked to death or something. Oh hell no, no, get your ass up. And if you sweating like that profusely, we might want to start going to the gym.
Oh,
okay. Well, we know where Keisha stands on this.
Okay.
So at that point, I'm just saying. Oh, she said, so go to the gym. I'll take that as an answer. Like, okay, I have to address that with him, and then you got to take him to the gym to go sweat some more. But that's a whole other discussion. I don't know.
Real quickly, before we read this comment, this young lady right here is the bomb photographer. So if y'all need anything photography, Miss T. Marie, Cersei Reed right here, that's one to go to. I just had to give a plug right quick.
Come on, plug.
It says, I had one person to turn me off with sweat. So he had a sweating condition, which caused him to just be wet, to wet all my sheets and pillows.
And pillowcases. So I don't want your DNA left, but I mean, God can only take out so much. You got to start using Arm & Hammer to get that funk out your sheets. Oh,
and then, Slim Sunny Lee said, Lord Jesus, help your child. Okay. Kimberly Mama Pete, Keisha.
Wow.
He said, Miss Lolo, what's in your cup tonight?
Remember, just straight up water. This is me all day, every day.
Miss Kimberly Mama Pete is yes. I don't know what she yesing about.
She yesing to get your sweaty ass out of here. That's what
gotcha.
She yesing
Okay.
To.
Mr. J. Gillies said so he should probably better hydrate.
Or wear a sweatband. Something to catch that stuff. I talked to Jay and Terry.
Yeah, just keep a towel next to the bed, I suppose. CJ Boy said, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I constantly have the AC on because I easily sweat.
Thank you for admitting it.
Chanel Ball, and hopefully I said her name correctly.
You did. That's my cousin.
Chanel Ball Burks. She said, hey, y'all, just joining. Hello.
Hey, Chanel.
Joining.
And she can sing too. But yeah, them I want no. And then like you sweaty, then your balls is sweaty. You know, and then like if you was to sit down, you gonna leave like a butt print on my sheets. No, just leave.
Man, if I'm trying to have. I'm really so. This is all right. I'm gonna turn the corner for just quick, but we're gonna make another left and then another left. And we'll be back on the street. So no, that's for another show. Let me stay in my lane.
No,
stay in my lane because I'm not understanding.
Well, I feel like anything goes today, so go ahead and say.
I'm trying to understand how y'all having sex and not sweating. I'm not understanding it. It's really like I'm like, wait a minute, it's such a no sweating, like marching with the signs, like don't sweat. Now I get not sweating in your mouth. Turn your head. But the sweating and like I think if you're doing it right, you should sweat, right?
Right. Now that's what I'm saying. If you putting in work, of course you're gonna sweat. But just make sure that when it's like dripping off, you like I'm just, like I'm not
like fling it off you so it don't come out. Like
turn the ceiling fan on high.
Okay. I'm just thinking, I'm just trying to make sure it's not no dry sweat club out here. I don't know. I mean, it's not a discussion that's had often, and I've got to hear. So just thought I'd take the opportunity to get enlightened. So thank you. Miss Cersei Reed says, I'm not against sweat if we're both sweating in passion.
Yeah.
But excessive sweat, I have to pass. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to keep that.
And if that sweat comes along with a little bit of spanking here and there, because when your booty be wet, it stings a little. I'll take it.
I hear you, CJ. But man, that's
open-handed.
You gotta ride out who you come with, bro. That's just how it works. Mr. J. Gillian says, how are they having sex and not sweating? Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I was confused. Confused, and so I'm not the only one. Hey, Alexis, what's going on, superstar? That's my baby bird, everyone.
Hey, baby girl.
She says, "Nah, we sweating.
That right.
Raining sweat ain't the
move."
And Chanel says, "It depends if I have a glue in or a clueless." Y'all, hey, unpack that for me.
That's hair.
Okay, gotcha. I don't know about the clueless, but okay. And Miss Cersei Reed says, it can't fall in my face.
Or my mouth. Gotta wear a headband. That's right. 2013 LeBron. Boo boo. Moving on. I'm just saying, they were there too. Never mind, y'all. I'm gonna leave. No, let's stay in here, honey, because you stay here.
It's
Don't be done with me, Kim. I love you. Her wig. That's right.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Cop
okay.
that thing up.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna hush. I'm gonna hush the rest of the show. Y'all go ahead.
Keep talking.
So what do we do? So really, man, I know we're gonna I'm gonna make this harder. We gotta go deeper. Of course, you're gonna address it, of course, you're gonna talk about it. But really, what should you do once you develop a turnoff for your mate? What if it's not one that's easily fixed? What are you gonna do?
What's one that's not easily fixed? Like, I need an example, because I feel like everything you don't like about a person, aside from their personality, can kind of be changed. They gain weight, go to the gym. They breath stink, get a breath mint. They sweat and get a headband. Like, what's one that's not easily changed?
Now, if they gain weight and they smothering me, I'm sorry, I know I said we're gonna be quiet, but if they gain weight and it's like they smothering me, then we definitely gonna have to make some changes. But
just hit it from the back until they get in the gym. Like, it's easy.
But I say, if you gain weight, that means God is in the blessing business. You ain't missing a meal.
I like it.
But just don't put all that dead weight on me. Like, don't get up there and then go. Then that's a deal breaker. That's like everything rolled up into one. Hell no. That's everything. But I said I'm gonna be quiet, so I'm gonna be quiet now. Be quiet.
It's snoring.
So E, what's one that's not easily changed?
I don't know, because I think that's easy. I was trying to think of something that couldn't be easily changed. What if they're a snore? What if they have a condition? They snore.
A condition.
I'm partial to snores because I started snoring after I had my second baby, and I feel like you got to love me through that because I had your baby. So
yeah, now it depends on how well you put it down, whether or not I'm gonna be snoring, or if I take my Ambien.
But what if he's a snorer?
Oh, if he's a snorer,
then I just go to sleep first.
Boom. I've done that before.
My
ex-husband was a horrible snorer, and I would put the kids to bed, go get in the bed, and be knocked out before he even get in there. So yeah.
Okay.
You still snore. I'm sorry, my baby here. I wouldn't know if he still snored, and I thank God for Jesus. But moving on.
No, why y'all? I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, y'all putting it up. Y'all putting it on the E. Let's definitely get some comments. Seriously Reed says, I snore, but that's never been a problem for him or me. We both snore.
That's what I'm talking about, girl.
You say, yeah, make it a competition, it sounds like. Chanel says, I'm Lion King. Reed says, I snore, so I don't care. But if he sounds like a grizzly bear, okay.
I'm telling you, like one time.
Is that a non-negotiable? Is that like a deal breaker or just a turn on?
It's both. Because this one dude that wanted to like date me one time, I was hanging out with him and he fell asleep. Like, we were just watching a movie and he fell asleep. I'm like, dude, if you was tired, you could have told me, could have just, made another night. Y'all, he had his head cocked back and mouth was open. I mean, like, and it was awful. So I just left. He didn't even hear me leave. I just got up and walked out.
You ain't trying to wake him up?
For what? I mean, he scared me. I'm like, let me get up out of here because it could get worse. So I just walked out.
Did you ever talk to him again after that?
He asked me, he called me the next day, he was asleep, y'all, and asked me, why did you leave? Why you fall asleep? I said, there was just no peace. Like, I couldn't even enjoy.
You couldn't get any rest. I guess that would.
No, I wasn't finna go to sleep. I still had my shoes on.
Gotcha.
He fell asleep. I'm like, well, you know what? He sleep. It's time for me to go. So I just left. And he was upset, saying his door was left unlocked. What else was I supposed to do?
Nice feelings would hurt.
But he like the bottom lock, that little twist.
Listen, I was looking for the one on the doorknob. You know, you just pull the door up.
Right.
But he survived though. But no, we didn't talk no more after that because he was pissed. I left the door open. I should have left crack.
Not crack. That's not safe.
Now what? See, where we going with it?
I said I should have left the crack, but I was just playing.
I think being superficial is a turnoff.
Okay, can you define superficial? Because you keep saying it. What is superficial to the intellect?
Yeah, what that mean?
Anything without substance.
Okay, fake deep.
You know-
Give me the definition.
I'll challenge you this way. What do you think I mean by superficial?
Hold on a minute. Don't answer the question with a question. We want to know what you think.
I can
That part.
Listen, I'm answering a question with a question.
And that's not
Well,
acceptable.
because
That's not my perspective. I
Well,
don't accept your perspective.
and I'm glad you have your perspective. But I'm saying, what do you think is superficial?
No,
'Cause
that's my question.
I think because I think it's pretty obvious what superficial things are.
No.
What is superficial?
What
to
is
you?
superficial, Eric? To you?
Superficial things that do not have substance. I answered the question,
But
and I get that you do not want to answer you don't want to accept my answer.
no, but we
And
want you
then
to be
you
precise.
said, "Well, I don't
be
think."
exact.
What are things that don't have substance? Well, what do you think are things that don't have substance?
What do you think are things that don't have substance?
We're asking you what do you think?
Thank you, Luke. I think Miss Reese
Don't
understands.
put no more comments
things-
up, right? Hold on.
Things that are fake, things that don't have substance to them. Or
Okay,
superficial.
define
Substance. Fake. We want your definition, not Kiki's.
Y'all not finna. You can try, but you can't force me to answer any other way.
So you don't know.
I mean no harm. I mean no harm because I've answered your question.
Okay. That means okay. In other
Hold on,
words, you
let's
don't
read
know.
this comment. Let's read this comment. Go ahead. And read it.
Example. I'm sorry, that's wrong comment. I've jumped the gun. Go ahead.
Chanel, they do not need any assistance or any help, okay?
And actually, could you read the comment, please?
Says your substance may be different from mine.
Oh, here's another comment.
And
Could
if-
you read the comment, please?
Peggy Johnson says, example.
Oh,
Hey, Miss Peggy. I love you. Great question.
talk to the viewers. What's
So
up?
something that I think is very superficial is being upset when sweat fall on your face. No, I don't mean that.
I was about to say because that's
That's what I just wanted to start a fight, but not really. You know what I'm saying? I was getting back at those who tried to gang up on me, but I love our viewers. Thank you for being here. So I will leave you all alone right now. So now I think money, but that's and I think I know because I like money too, and I know it's necessary. You have to have it.
This is America, bro. We need our coin.
Right. Now
I think for like basic to just even think you finna have little.
I'm not talking about people who are broke. I'm not. Come on, play. Y'all stay with me.
Okay, I'm
trying.
Y'all stay with me. Do you really believe that I'm saying that it's superficial to want to have proper amount of money? I mean, you know what that is, but that could be, that could be viewed differently as far as the amount. But I'm talking, so we know the difference someone who's like, yes, I want to have provision, but versus someone who's a gold digger. Do we know the difference on that?
I think we do.
Okay, when I say money, someone who makes all of their decisions about who they'll be with, how they'll treat people, how they'll interact with them based on money or even fame.
Hold on, Cersei. What you're saying is great. But Eric,
Cersei says to me,
what else other than money? Because even Toya said,
y'all asked me for an answer and I gave it, and now you're saying no, I'm not doing it.
We're just saying go a little bit deeper. Intellect.
And then I asked you, I said, well, then you give me examples of what you feel like is superficial.
So are you being superficial because you look like you get mad?
Huh?
Are you being superficial right now?
Miss Circe Reed says, to me, it means that there's no emotion attached to the relationship. Two people who aren't bonded by the same values and goals.
Mm.
Okay, I like
that was, you know, I might record that one. That was an outstanding answer, and definitely.
But it was Cersei's answer.
Yeah, what
right,
Eric's?
And I'm really not understanding. You don't have to agree, and you don't have to accept.
I think I just
but we don't have anything to agree or accept because you're not giving a direct answer. So this we're just asking you.
You don't like my answer. Listen, if this is.
We've been listening.
Let me state this. Definitely not angry, but I'm confused and frustrated because if I said no and that's my answer, that I don't know what else to say except that that's my answer. And you keep saying no, we're gonna keep knocking on the door. I'm like, no, I'm not opening up the door. And a person just keeps knocking on the door. Then I'm kind of looking like, why they keep knocking on the door? And I said I wouldn't open up the door. I don't know what to do with that. So I'm not angry, not even a little bit.
Okay, come on, read Mr. CJ comment.
Mr. CJ Boyd says, money can make a man go from 4 to 8 really quick.
We've seen that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of lends into what I was referring to and why I used that example. Circe Reed says, most of the time, it's based on looks, money, valuable things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, CJ, that's why I'm being quiet now. I'm on chill.
And then Randy Mays says, get up off the intellect, y'all. He's being bullied.
No, he's not.
I am not a bully. I do not accept that.
Hey, the people have spoken. Mr. CJ Boyd said, I think you said, quit ganging up on my man Eric like that. Now,
He'll be all right.
Ganged up on, you know,
he can handle
I didn't feel that way. I'm just like, okay, I guess I have to explain, you know, what I was feeling, because I definitely wasn't angry. So I hope I didn't come across or offend anybody and they thought I was angry or anything like
You're
that.
Fine. You're fine.
Kimberly Mama Pete says, money is not a big attraction, but as you said, certain things are a big turnoff. With that being said, if the turnoff outweigh the attractions, I'm sorry, I'm out. Yeah, no, it's simple, man. You know, pluses and minuses, you know, additions and subtractions. So Eric finna go back to his old ways. Y'all better chill. What
old ways?
I know. I'm like, what old
What's your old ways, E?
Hey, I don't know.
Avoiding questions.
I'll have to ask CJ. No, I didn't avoid the question. You didn't accept my answer, and that's something you have to deal with. I don't know what to do with
avoidance. But yeah. So okay, all right. So what's the next question? since we got our definition of superficial from you, what's the next question?
No, well, y'all know. I think we should go. We should go for Miss Sears's definition of superficial. If we're gonna stay on that track. If we're gonna stay on that track, she said means things that there's no emotion, attraction to the relationship to who you are bonded at the same time. Yes. Like two people who aren't bonded by the same values and beliefs. We should do some call-ins.
PJ,
it might get a little wild, but I mean, you know, I'm open to that. We'll talk with the group and see what happens. We'll definitely do that. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. No, but I think we definitely understand that. I mean, turn-offs are subjective. So it definitely based off your opinion, your perspective, your feelings, which you know, they can come and go, which lends that I think turnoffs can be changed versus deal breakers are just something I don't think you can get over. You know, and then that's ironic because deal breakers, they vary so much. And I think that a deal breaker can be a turnoff. And I don't think it can be solved, but a turnoff is something that maybe can be worked on. So, do we have a consensus on that, or are we still looking across the valley?
Nah, I agree. I think so. Like a turnoff is like a yellow flag.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna slow this thing down. A deal breaker is a red flag. We need to stop. This is not working for me. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I do agree with that.
So what is
a turnoff could be something as minor as like you letting your beard overgrow. Like if your beard hairs are coming over your mouth, like that's a problem.
So what would y'all say are the most common from a woman's perspective, having female friends, Meg, speaking with, having conversations with females, what are some of the biggest, what's the most common, not biggest, but most common turnoffs?
Thinking breath.
Being broke.
Belly Dunlap. Pant, clothes too small. I'm gonna get in this later. Raggedy clothes.
What'd you say? I'm gonna get in this later. What is that?
That means you're saving them clothes, thinking you're gonna lose weight and get back in them. Don't want to go buy yourself nothing new. That's a turn off. A stain running down the front of your shirt. You know what I'm saying? I know you can afford better. That's a turn off.
That's the most common.
Oh, it's so many. I'm still going.
Oh,
eating with your mouth open. That's
I don't like that.
Turn off.
All that smacking. I don't like that.
Talking while food is in your mouth. Tremendous turn off. Because nobody want to see what you done chewed up and all your vegetables meshed together. You know what I'm saying? And then like that whole white foamy stuff right here.
That right there. That's
you don't have.
I think that just boils down to bad hygiene. Like these cats is just out there bad. I mean, man, bro, you chewing with your mouth open. You got food in the corner of your mouth. Your mustache and beard is overgrown. Like
if you don't have good sense enough to do something as simple as that, or keep you some handkerchiefs or something, paper towels in your pocket, you got a good mouth.
We're gonna read this question.
Come on, read the comment.
Yeah, my name is KEYSHACJ.
So CJ,
get it right.
Nice. CJ Boy says, Keisha said, I got a question. If a man is literally everything you want, he got money, looks whatever you like in a man, but if he's just a sweaty sex partner, are you still with him?
Yes, sir, I am. I mean, we just said you putting in work when you sweat. So yeah, I'm with it.
You gonna dab his head while he's
Oh yeah. Dab his head.
Hold on, did you read the comment?
Lakeisha Reese says, a man who won't communicate.
Turn off.
Turn off.
CJ Boy says, Doc was straight up. Randy said, "Gush."
Yeah, you got a gush mouth, yuck mouth, all that. If your teeth are yellow, don't talk to me. If your teeth are brown, don't talk to me. If any of them are missing, or you have not been to the dentist and you got that rotten tooth back there, and every time you talk, it smells like sewage or stomach, turn off.
Smells like stomach.
Like stomach.
So so those are a lot of the like a lot of physical attributes in there. So from a non-physical aspect, what have y'all heard to be the most common turnoff?
Broke, jobless, no goals, no dreams, no ambitions, no
purpose, no just
nothing.
No hustle.
No hope.
Poor communication. In competition with me.
Mad because you broke and I'm winning. If I'm winning, we all winning.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like.
Yeah, insecurity is one that I've heard very common from women in conversation. I didn't hear that specifically, but I think some of the things you said were synonyms to that. Mika Baldwin says someone who can't communicate, lack of confidence. Lack of confidence, lack of self-confidence, no goals, yuck mouth, too cocky, all turn offs to me.
Mm-hmm.
Chanel Ball Burke says just a complete lie.
Exactly.
A dang crybaby and low self-esteem. There you go. That's Shavonna Taylor says that.
Don't nobody want nobody you got to titty feed all the time. You know what I'm saying? That make your stuff drag, and then you be grabbing, be done setting, and then be on your knees, and then next thing you know, you roll up and you laying on it because you got to titty feed this man. Child, please get off the breast. Your bottles are in the fridge. Let me go.
Man.
Oh, mama's boys. Yep. Turn up.
A mama's boy is the
says,
worst.
old mama's boys. Okay. Old
They
mama's
are the
boys.
worst. Now,
What? I don't see what that
Maybe a cow.
Oh, she put a cow. There's a cow. A picture of a cow in a cow emoji. Okay, now that's could
definitely cry for Miss Peggy. You are absolutely right.
So it's that I guess healthy balance of confidence but not cockiness.
Hey, there's our friend.
He's back.
Hey.
Hey.
He said that crazy woman. I don't know who he's referring to.
He's talking about old Kilo Low.
I'm just saying. You not like that, are you, Mr. Black? Honey Black? How do you say his name again? Eric, y'all figured it out. Is it wrong?
He gave us the phonetic spelling, and I still don't think we got it right.
It's been so long that since he's been here, I forget.
But we're happy that you're here.
We are so glad you're back. And Miss Shavonna, thank you for tuning in. I've never seen your name on here before. Thank you for tuning in, friend. She's so gorgeous, y'all. She's such a pretty lady. Very nice, too. And she can cook, from what I can see. We're coming over there for dinner.
Come over there for dinner. So we've kind of covered turnoffs. I definitely appreciate the women for kind of debating that. I think those were things that have been discussed, and I think it can go over. It definitely crosses over genders, if in that sense. So I think you would hear the same thing. I think something that may be unique, maybe gold digging a little bit, but that goes into that superficial mindset, doesn't have any substance, things that are deeper. I think about that comes with character, selfishness, someone who's all about themselves. And I definitely, I think, and men have definitely, women who have a certain level of like women who think that want to be put on a pedestal. I don't know if you eat, sleep, and you sweat, you have the same problems as everybody else. I don't know where the separation and that, like, they're not human, like they don't have flaws. But I think that, like I said, that goes in both genders, and I think you kind of covered that pretty well. That cockiness, that's the same thing as cockiness, conceitedness, and things of that nature. But I definitely hate I guess I don't know if you how we describe men that are like be on the titty as mama's boys.
They are mama's boys.
But you have a female version of that. They're kind of like victimized.
Honey, there is no female version of that, honey. If we can push out a baby from our we the strongest people in the world. And catering to us just a little bit ain't gonna hurt you not 1 hour. We should have nary an argument.
I love that.
Nary.
Can you read this comment though?
100. I don't want to mess up your name. So he said, nah. He said, I am single. I'm in my 60s, using time wisely until. Shavonna Taylor says, and thank you, sis. Come on over.
Okay, no problem. I'll be there. Send the address. Thank you.
She don't want to get a plate. Okay. Chanel Ball Burke says, narcissist.
And Shavonna said earlier, manipulative.
Hold on, I'm going.
Manipulative and a whole liar, a woman hustler. Like, aren't you tired? You know, like, don't you get, I mean, looking at me, knowing me, I'm a handful. Just imagine trying to deal with 2 or 3 people like me. You know what I'm saying? I try to be funny, but then like, how you gonna be a hustler? Try to juggle several women. So yeah, that's a major turn off. Or thinking that you got it like that. You ain't cute. Your hair nappy. You look dusty.
Well, some men do have it like that.
No, they don't.
I think it's women that give it to them like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
We make y'all think
y'all
got it like that.
Yeah, you took the second hand. I was just like, because they can't do it unless
they're doing it with and to somebody.
Man, it's just there. And we know women that they have a stable. They say they build a man. They have one for the money, one for the show, one for the bedroom, one for the go. So that's just, I think that, of course that goes, that we can't talk about people as a monolith, because that was one of the key elements in the discussion tonight, is that, turnoffs can't be a monolith, because everybody's perspective and opinions and how they feel about those things and what they count as a turnoff or even as a deal breaker is different. So
right.
You're gonna have both sides of the coin, and so I can't argue with that. But I don't know about that catering. You said y'all need a little catering. I think you said
she said it won't hurt you to cater to our needs.
Mm-hmm. So men don't have any needs.
Y'all be no,
but here's the thing. No one's saying we're not gonna cater to y'all needs. She was just talking about what we wanted in that moment. And as long as our needs are being met, we're gonna meet your needs.
Not true, but that's a whole other discussion.
Your experience is not true.
Mm-hmm.
No, not just my experience. I'm just not saying that.
I think so.
Y'all gonna read his comment?
If 2 people are not patient individually before a relationship, then there will be conflicts.
Agreed.
He said he was married before. He says, I was married 12 years before divorce in 2008.
Have you been single since 2008?
No.
I'm just asking for Keisha.
But Keisha good.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's
been a great show.
It has been a wonderful show. Key, I love this. You got to pop out like this all the time. This was fantastic.
Girl, look. What we gonna talk about?
Down to our time. Man.
What we gonna talk about next week? That old line mess that somebody sent us, right?
Yes, because that was some trash.
That whack video.
Dirty nails is a turn off too. Because
Shavonna Taylor says, a man who's unkept, no fashion, raggedy shoes, dirty nails, steak tail, holy draws, nasty socks.
Definitely the holy draws.
I added a few of those on the end.
Definitely the
Mr.
holy
Derek
draws.
Smith says, interesting topic.
Hey, Pastor Smith.
Shavonna Taylor said, Lord have mercy, I could go on.
Hey,
I tried to help a little bit there.
And Eric, I don't know if y'all watch Pastor Smith's show on Monday with I can't think of his name. I'm sorry. Man Talk Mondays. Have y'all watched this show before? It's wonderful. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What time does it come on Mondays?
7:00.
All right. Now we've had a great show. We want to thank everybody, and we really appreciate you being interactive as always. At the end of the day, whether we agree or disagree, each one of our lived experiences are important to us. It definitely shapes how we think and move. So we really appreciate you sharing your perspective, your points of views tonight. Be on the lookout on our pages and where we're distributed to see what the topic will be next week. Keisha kind of gave you a little sauce on that. We're going to have a visitor. We're going to have a guest on our show. I might have to just be there to kind of referee. It might get a little hot and heated. So definitely tune in next week. And we appreciate you.
We would love to hear your comments on that too, though.
Okay, I mean, that's not a
You don't have to
problem.
referee.
If I'm asked a question, I will give an answer. I'm just,
Oh Lord.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in tonight, dear.
All righty. Everybody have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
You are now tuned to BS